I'm telling you, for centuries, people have been talking about a fountain of youth, and scientists have been trying to find ways to reverse the aging process for decades. And researchers at the University of Alabama at Birmingham have made mice look good by reversing age-related wrinkles and hair loss at the genetic level.
Well, Dr. Sabrina Fabi is here to tell us more about this study. And first off, how are researchers able to reverse the aging process?
I mean, that is something else. That could change everything.
It could change everything. It's like the holy grail,
I'll take some
right?
notes here. Go ahead.
Especially for hair loss, because that's something that affects many men and also many women. We don't talk about it a lot with women, but that seems like it'd be the holy grail, truthfully. And what these geneticists found was that gene that makes us age, which is something in our mitochondria. It's this little organelle that's in every single cell. It's the powerhouse of our cells. It's what gives all of our cells energy. And what they found was when you depleted that amount of DNA in that cell, then you didn't have energy, you got older. Within 2 weeks, these mice had wrinkles and had less hair. And then when you all of a sudden amped up that DNA expression in the mitochondria, they all of a sudden had no wrinkles and had more hair, and the hair that had turned gray went back to turning dark.
I mean, that's a breakthrough. That's unbelievable. And you know, that business in general is huge. But you're talking about changing DNA.
Yes.
We had a conversation just before we went on, and literally you were saying genetics play a big role. So that's what they're looking at. But we're talking about mice. Is it the same in mice as it is in humans?
Right. So I mean, a lot of what we see today in medicine and human medicine is what we take away from animals. But it's not always the same. And of course, we always worry that if we start augmenting DNA expression, what effect does it have with other tissues, right? But we do know that mitochondria play a big role. Cancer, Alzheimer's, cardiovascular disease. So this has far bigger implications than just skin aging and hair aging. It has implications for overall aging because there's probably something happening with inflammation that's affecting all of these different organs that this particular cell, when you modify the genes, it regulates that.
And to keep it simple, I guess that we're looking at these findings now. So how will they help future age-related interventions in humans, for example?
Right. So one day people might not be coming to me for lasers for their wrinkles or neuromodulators for their wrinkles or fillers per se. They may be coming in for shots to basically enhance their DNA. So DNA, enhancement shots. There's always a place for that. But in our space, there's also people that like to still have, to your point, genetically, they don't have a strong chin or they don't have strong cheekbones. So they come in to beautify, to enhance things that they don't really have. So I think there's always going to be a place in the space of cosmetics and aesthetics. But as far as for diabetes, as far as cardiovascular disease, Alzheimer's, I think what it may mean for those people is that you don't rely on all these drugs to slow down those processes. Maybe people will be getting some type of infusion to alter their DNA instead of drugs to treat their Alzheimer's, cardiovascular disease, and diabetes.
Or arthritis or things like that that come along and just affect you in terms of, degrading, your body degrading as you get older.
There's a lot of potential.
I mean, we're a little ways away though, aren't we?
We are. I mean, this is just being tested. They just found the gene that's responsible for this. It's going to take a lot more to figure out the implications of administering this in an entire milieu of the entire human system in the body, right? And what impacts it may have, because there's always side effects with everything we do. And so they need to still explore that.
But at least it keeps you employed.
Yes.
Quite a breakthrough, really, literally,
Very
fountain of youth.
Yeah.
There you go. Dr. Sabrina Fabi, thank you.
Thank you, guys.